together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning. Yep, I'm up. This is what you should probably plan on now. I don't know. All I know is it's nice to have some frickin' energy back. So I've been whipping this house into shape. It's actually starting to look nice, man. So, hey, can you stop that? I know you guys think you're starving. I know, but you're not. You're all fat. Trust me. You're not going to die in the next hour. I don't even know that I have friends that get up this early. There'll be some, but they're in other countries. Okay, I gotta do one more share. I feel like I'm forgetting something, which I probably am. I was gonna do Instagram also. Might as well. I don't need my phone. I can go ahead and set that up. Nobody's quite here yet, so go ahead and do that. But we're gonna be talking about working the front lines, what it is. All right, there we go. Might as well go get them going. It's kind of sideways too, so I'm gonna be all crooked on there. Now that'll just mess with people. Oh, that's why I would do that. Hello, Instagram. All right. I haven't got a work shirt on today. Yeah, I didn't think I'd get anybody at 7:45 in the morning. People aren't expecting me at this point, at this time, which makes it better. That's just fine. All right, we are at the 3-minute mark. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'm your host. Good morning, Kenny. Good to see you, brother. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. We're also on Restream on Facebook right now. Pretty soon you'll be able to catch a different version of what I do on TikTok. TikTok will be a lot rougher. I'm actually just kind of thinking about switching this to called No Bullshit Recovery. Good morning, Leisure. I figured, yeah, I'd go on Instagram because my Instagram friends are awake. I don't think any of my Instagram awake, Facebook asleep. Well, hello. Oh, he's on the other side. Hello. Oh, you're so nice to me when you want food, aren't you? Oh, when you want something, you're so nice. Yeah, the front lines. I'm gonna start out by telling you where the front lines are not AA meetings. AA meetings are not the front lines. Nope, we do poo poo. Right? Yeah, no bullshit recovery, huh? Maybe that's what I should just go ahead and rename it. It's not a bad idea, considering that's exactly what I am. Yes, I know you want to be fed, but I'm doing something. Bye. See, most people that own cats, they're like, oh, I just want to touch my cat. And, in my house, I decide when love is given. I'm head cat. I was marked a long time when I was like 8 years old. I won't go into the whole story, but a cat had her kittens on me, and since that day, cats either love me or they fucking hate me. There's no in between. Sometimes I'll walk into somebody's house and their cat will run up and just run up and sit on my shoulder. And they're like, that cat doesn't do that. He hates everybody. All right, well, clearly he does not. But yeah, he's an asshole. I can tell you that. I know I'm the cat whisperer. I'm the drunken cat whisperer. All right, let's get started. We got some people on. Looks like we got a YouTuber. I know who that probably is. We're talking about the front lines. All right, are we all going to be able to do this? No, and it isn't totally on us because I can tell you now they took away our front lines. They took away the front lines. Detox is the front line. The streets, front line. Treatment, kind of front line. Yeah. Crisis centers, front lines. Hospitals, front lines. Where are we at? Where are we at? Because the meetings are not the front lines. Nope. Mm-mm. The depth and weight has already happened. That's why they're at AA. It is my job to go find drunks and bring them into AA. That's what we're talking about. When we say go out and find a sponsee, you're actually not supposed to do it in the meeting. You're supposed to do it outside of the meeting. But these things haven't been provided, at least here in Colorado. They're not provided. They kind of keep us out. And that's the change we're making here. Oh, it's happening. It's happening. They don't have a choice. They don't have a choice. I'm not asking. I'm not asking. I'm making them aware this is what we're doing. Good morning, Gary. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. So I'm gonna pull out the doctor's opinion. Now, this was a man who was non-alcoholic. Okay. And what he's about to talk about, I deal with on the daily. So when I see people where they're like, look at this picture where you're all fucked up and drugged up and everything. And then there's this picture of you living your best life in a swing and you're all pretty again and you have 1,287 days. That's not recovery. That is fake. I'm glad that you feel that way. But until you give back what you owe, there will be a recompense that you won't be able to figure out. You won't understand it. You'll be like, God, that other shoe could have dropped any moment. It's because you're not giving back. You're not giving back. Not the way it was given to you. You did not. No. See, I may give a lot of flack for people that go into the professional field in recovery, but when you do it the right way, I will support you all fucking day. I don't mind that you're making money off of it, but these people also have sponsees. Their sponsees will come before clients. They still go to AA meetings or NA meetings, or you're still in some kind of program. But the moment that you go from a clinical and have decided that the steps are no, you are done for. I don't give a fuck what you think. If you remove yourself from the program, you are done. Even if you decide to become a professional. No, it won't work. You need the program, or that professionalism is bullshit. It is your own decision. You are no longer asking God for guidance and direction. So I'm glad you're working the front lines, but now you're full of shit. Okay, gotta have that balance. You gotta have that balance. Okay. If you want to get into the industry, get educated. Get you some education. Okay, go sit down with a DSM. If you can understand it, you might be able to do it. You think it's easy to become a drug and alcohol counselor? You think it's easy to become a professional? No, it's not. And it shouldn't be. That is reserved for people with servant's hearts. Okay. Now, Mr. Silkworth had a servant's heart. That's what he was. He was a non alcoholic with a servant's heart. But I guarantee you, his parents were drinkers. Somebody in his life died. Somebody very important in his life died. He was an Al-Anon, if anything. All right. So If any feel that as psychiatrists directing a hospital for alcoholics, we appear somewhat sentimental, let them stand with us a while on the firing lines. Yeah, then come stand with me. Because nobody's standing with me. It's scary shit, man. Okay. Sometimes we got to go out and say, hey, you're wrong. This is wrong, man. No, I don't hate you, but you've been taught wrong. Yeah. I deal with the despairing wives, the little children. It hurts. It fucking hurts. Okay. There will be times when you will feel so inadequate, you're going to want to stop. But don't you fucking do it. Don't you fucking do it. You stay there. You work that front line. There's going to be something there, right? Morning, Amber. Good to see you. Like, holy shit, Dion, getting up? The fuck? I'm telling you, my energy's back. It's nice. I spent like 20 minutes on Facebook yesterday. That was it. What was that? So I'm going to catch you up just a little bit because I may say some things that'll piss you off. Now I'm talking about the front lines, okay? But I know here in Colorado, the front lines have been cut off. So it's not entirely on us. They've taken away some of our front lines. So please do not take it personally. These are just my thoughts, my expressions. Okay? All right. Now many of us will. What about that person who's going to sponsor that person everybody in the meeting is calling toxic and they're scared of? Who's going to do that? I will. Well, that's exactly why I said 7:30 and didn't make it till 7:45. Sorry. Hey, at least you can poop and listen. I cannot poop and talk. So don't bitch to me. Interrupted her morning poop. Welcome to AA. I'm telling we're thinking about changing this to no bullshit recovery. No bullshit recovery. Why not? I'm just going to change my name to no bullshit recovery. People know who I am. So. Let the solving of these problems become a part of their daily work and even in their sleeping moments. And the most cynical will not wonder that we have accepted and encouraged this movement. Okay. So this man who have been trying to help people, get people sober. What is success to this man? What is success to him? Progress. Progress for others. That's success to him. Healing people. He's a doctor. He clearly did not get in it for the money. Don't worry, he's doing fine. He's the director of a world-renowned psychiatric center. He's doing fine. Okay? Doing okay. He was not hurting for money. But what did that allow him to do? That allowed him to help us. See, money and professionals, when done correctly, will have it'll just have a really good effect. Right? My camera's going out, and of course I can't see my. It drives me nuts. Sorry, Instagram, you got moved a little bit. Now you're a little tilted. I know I can do this RATM, whatever. Doesn't matter. There you go. We feel after many years' experience that we have found nothing which has contributed more to the rehabilitation of these men than the altruistic movement now growing up among them. It's going to be, there's more. It throughout this book, and I actually went, and you can no longer rely on Google. I ask Google stuff all the time, and it is incorrect, just so you know. But there are many times in this book where it says, okay, you got to get back. freely given, freely given away. If you don't do that free part, yeah, you can become, like I said, you can become a professional. That's fine. But if you are not giving away before you take, you're fucked. You're fucked. I'm sorry. But I've never seen it work that way, ever. And I've been doing this. I've seen hundreds of thousands, thousands of 100,000. When I say hundreds of thousands, I mean 100,000. I don't know. 10,000, 20,000, doesn't matter. They're still big numbers. Oh man, well that was kind of him. Thanks. Okay, so you teach me how to put my settings to a lower frequency, and I might do that. I'm not a fucking producer. I don't know how to do that shit. I don't even know what you're talking about. I do. I know what latency and everything is. I used to put in fucking big ass phone switches. I don't care. I'm sorry that you have a lag. I'm slightly inconvenienced over here too. Sorry. I don't think I can do that with Restream. But if you send me a YouTube video or something on it, I'll take a look at it, Amber. I don't mind. But I did want to give you shit first. So if you can find it and send it to me, I'll look at it, but it is a lower on my list. You know, are we worried about my latency, or are we worried about the alcoholic? See? I love you guys, but sometimes we gotta stay on cue. And if we're worried, and I wonder sometimes, because I'm talking and people talk about other things, I'm like, are we talking about what I'm talking about here? Or should I just go ahead and talk about what everybody else wants to talk about? I'm talking about working the front fucking lines here, my friends. The front lines. This is hard shit. Let's get through it. We owe. We know it. We feel guilty because we ain't doing it. But it ain't on us. Why do you think I'm putting the detox in? Why do you think the detox is so, it is, that detox is more important than the halfway house. Because we need a place to go so we can work on these drunks. Because AA is not where it's done. I wish it was. It would be so much simpler. It'd be so much fucking easier, but it's not. It's hard. Morning, Smitty. Morning. Thank you. Sorry, I was a little reactive. I'll make an amends for that. I was a little reactive. See, I know my friends got my back. But I'm going to let you know, when I got 4 or 5 people here, and then I got this person on here, and we're all talking about different shit, and I'm trying to talk about this, it gets a little confusing for me. And when I get confused and I feel stupid, I lash out. So there's my 10th step. Thank you. It does matter. It does matter. It just doesn't matter now. But you're like, but if I don't tell them now, I ain't gonna fucking remember. So Dion's just gonna have to learn how to slow down a little bit on that, ain't he? Thank you for having my back. That's what that comes down to. We have been speaking to you of serious, sometimes tragic things. We've been dealing with alcohol in its worst aspect, but we are in a glum lot. It's not what I was looking for. I know it's in here. I should have been better prepared, but I don't prepare. All right, here it is. No, Instagram's working. I just have it over here. So if I do RTMP, and I put it with Instagram or TikTok, I cannot see the chat. And the thing is, I'm an interactive. I do interactive. That's why TikTok, I'm like, fuck no, right? But my daughter promised I ain't gonna see the bullshit. She's gonna produce it for me. It's gonna be separate from this. I'm going to be raising money. It will be separate. I will not be talking. I will not be pulling out the big book. I won't be doing any of that because, it's separate. It's actually something I'm doing with my daughter. All right. Good morning, Patricia. I hear what Matt has to say. You have to want to be sober. Imagine the money time spent on drugs and alcohol. Realizing it now this weekend, I was busy. It's too short. Yeah, it's amazing how much money and time that we have spent on alcohol. Millions of dollars. Yeah. All right. Did we are not a glum lot come where there's a difference between glum lot and talking about the hard things. I mean, now I just kind of feel like that's an argument. I'm just telling you how I feel. Feelings are not fact. Okay. Doesn't mean I'm right on that. But I'm telling you, I just feel like you're trying to prove something. And the thing is, I'm trying to stay on topic. It's what I'm saying is it's not as easy as you think to reply to all of you and stay on topic and get my point across. I'm here for a reason. The reason is get this across to help my one person. After that, I can fuck around. That's the way I am. Now, if we want to do that, that's great, but I may not be replying to all of them. Okay? I'm trying to get more focused. I'm trying to find this balance. I really am, and it doesn't really have anything to do with anybody else, but I'm trying to find it. I'm staying off Facebook. I'm getting more shit done. I mean, I'm putting in I'm doing all sorts of shit, and I got a lot of weight on my shoulders right now. And I don't see anybody else over here working on these documents for me to talk to Jose Escobar. When I go online and I ask people where are some prevention things, and I will get nothing. I'm trying over here. Don't worry about interrupting me. Don't worry about interrupting me. I want you guys to. I'm just telling you where I'm at and why it gets confusing. Okay? Nobody's doing anything wrong. Nobody's doing anything wrong. Dion's just in a weird spot. Okay? So, no, nobody's doing anything wrong. I guarantee that. So, yeah, Matt, don't worry about that. And Amber's absolutely correct. We are not a glum lot. And I'll tell you why. Because this shit's hard. This shit's really fucking hard. Okay? She's not, okay? Amber's stating fact. I'm stating feeling. Okay? That's the difference. That's the difference. Yeah. So there's a big difference. There's fact. And unfortunately, feelings are not facts. What are feelings? That's my problem. Not your problem. But Amber and I will do this all day. We will give each other crap like this all day. It doesn't matter. Okay. So, but thank you, Matt. Thank you. All right. Let's get back to it. Jack got really quiet. This painful past may be infinite value to other families still struggling with their problem. We think each family which has been relieved owes something to those who have not. So, inaction is the worst, for me, I have found is the worst consequence. Now I'm going to rephrase that. Inaction is the worst consequence. Let's say you have somebody that's a gangbanger. Then you have somebody that is, they have nothing. They have nothing, right? They're just some guy. I just do my work, and I don't really have an identity. Okay. Then you have a person that is the CEO of a company. Who's the weakest? The person with nothing. The person doing nothing. Even the gangbangers got something. Yeah. Even the gangbanger, it may not be a good purpose, but at least it's a purpose. The guy with no inaction, they'll probably be dead. They will probably die of depression. They'll probably kill themselves because they don't have anything in life. And we need that here. Alcoholics, we need that depth and weight, not just to get sober, but to stay sober. Now, what's the depth and weight for staying sober? Helping other people, watching other people get their lives back together. You know, when I see, and because Amber and Amber's got like 20 million fucking sponsees. She's always got bam to the bam to the bam to bam. It's like, wow, see? Now, if everybody was doing that, it'd be so easy for me to put this detox in. I gave her shit, so I'm gonna talk her up a little bit too. Yeah, I feel a little bit bad. I feel kind of bad for giving her shit and being a little jumpy. So I told her there's no bullshit here. You think if you think I can bullshit you, nuh-uh. I know I can't. No, what do I have then? Honesty is all I have left then. I gotta be totally honest here. People are gonna be like, he's just full of shit. No man doesn't know. No thanks. Uh, well, I will. In fact, let's finish with that today. Let's do that. All right. Thank you guys for letting me have my little thing. All right, Smitty, talk to you later, brother. Love you. We think each family which has been relieved owes something to those who do not. And when the occasion requires, each member of it should be only too willing to bring forward mistakes, no matter how grievous their hiding place. Now, your family may not want to do that. Mine doesn't. My wife will go to Al-Anon if I go to a meeting and there's an Al-Anon meeting there or something. But no, there are a lot of things there are just a lot of things that we didn't do. We skipped over a lot of stuff because we didn't. But she feels like she owes. And she supports everything that I do. And we need people like that. Without people like that, we don't survive. Right? Our loved ones, the people that cared about us, our significant others. They may seem mean, but they give a fuck about us. They care about us. And we don't, and we just walk all over it, man. Go through. So when we realize we're doing that, yeah. We're like, nope, fuck that. Fuck that. Anymore. If it's after dark and my wife's gonna go somewhere like to a store or something, I go. There's not much other thought to it. I gotta go. There's too much shit going on out there. No. We gotta be there for each other and yeah. No. And what's great about experience is you can have it within a week and shit too. So showing others who suffer how we're given is the very help which makes life seem so worthwhile. Cling to the thought, and this is right. I mean, cling to the thought that in God's hands, the dark past is the greatest possession you have, the key to life and happiness for others. With it, you can avert death and misery for them, for others. Now, I know that not everybody's going to do this. I know. but I do know the people that will do it. I do know, here's the thing is, yeah, there you go. Because of that responsibility statement. Yeah, that's why it's owed to pass the salute for both of them. You are absolutely correct. That she's hitting it. Why do we do this? We do it for everyone. We do it for the human race. Get off! Yeah, 2 days of bullshit. That's what you get, dude. Oh, I love you, but no, it's not. I'm just kidding. It all fits. It all fits. Even saying we are not a glum lot still fits. So yeah, you are. Thank you. You smart ass. I swear to God. At least when we leave here, we're laughing, right? And if if it was easy to do and all this other stuff, the world would be perfect. But if we don't sit down and have a little bit of contention, we're never going to get to an answer. Well, we will never get to an answer. If there's no contention, how am I going to know I'm wrong? If my friends don't say, hey, dude, hey, no, no, and laugh, then I might go, oh, yeah, okay, gotcha. Not much other than that needs to happen, you know. Um, Now we're doing what we can. We're doing what we can. And I can tell you this. Let's say there was a detox that was right here, and we got these phone calls that said, hey, we got a new guy in here. You think about, hey, there's a guy he called, and he's over in blah, blah, blah. And can you go grab him, pick him up, bring him on over? Do you mind 12 stepping him? Um, oh, you were asking, I'm sorry, I missed a question. A real question as to where that saying came from. Which saying, honey? I'm sorry. Um, the one I read, in family afterwards, if that's what you're talking about. Now she's just like, see, you need to fix that fucking lag. Believe I was on 130. 124. 124. But you were asking a saying, so I don't remember what sayings I've said. So this detox, what I want with this detox, and we're talking about it next week, is if they have a problem, they need to call AA. That's going to be one of the requirements. If there's a problem, they need somebody picked up. They need somebody over here. They need someone like that. 84, isn't it? I believe 84. I don't know where it came from. If anybody wrote that, I would think it was Dr. Bob, because he was the kind of guy that was like, all right, let's keep a good attitude. Let's not louse this thing up. So I hope I'm answering. No, not at all. I like answering questions. It makes me feel like I'm smart, and then I don't get mad. See, it's just the opposite for if I feel stupid. Isn't it? Other people aren't like that. You don't get a little heady or whatever when things are going well. No, and you have to throw humility in there intentionally. And no, we're never going to be. Yeah. Here's the thing: is I may put front lines there instead, but what I have in my mind and what may happen are two different things. That's why I never plan these. It's why I don't do notes, because sometimes, it's kind of like this. You're going to chair a meeting and you're like, oh, you know what? I have this great topic. Oh, this is going to be a really good topic. You show up and let's say it's beyond the third step. Well, you show up to chair the meeting and there's 4 newcomers. My topic is now off the table. Is it still going to be a great meeting? Yes. Will it still work like it's supposed to? Yes. Will people have feelings because they think it ain't going right? Yeah. Will they work through them? No, that's their choice. They better. I have to here. I'm required to. You know what, Instagram, you're failing. If you can't hang out for more than 15 minutes, then forget it. Sorry. There we go. Instagram's done. Dr. Bob, we talk about Bill all the freaking time. But without Dr. Bob, Alcoholics Anonymous would not be here. If it wasn't for Lois, I don't remember Bob's wife's name. That's rude. That's rude not to remember her name. If it wasn't for them, AA wouldn't be here. If it wasn't for Dr. Silkworth, if it wasn't for the Washingtonians, if it wasn't for the Oxford group, if it wasn't for all the, I could sit here and name. And thank you. I knew somebody was going to tell me Bob's wife's name was Anne. We're going to give her some respect. Thank you very much, Patricia. But look at all these things that God did for you before we were even born. Look at what he set up for you. Now, all these people did all this work. They did a lot of work that we don't have to do. Now we follow directions and meet people where they're at, depending on what we're working with. Okay? But I will tell you this, and it's the only time I bring it up in this. The government has taken away our 12th stepping. Fuck that. No. That is ours. Okay? Now, you want to know, here's the thing. We have what's called Night Watch, and I think it's a great idea. Of course it is. Any reason to get a bunch of alcoholics together to do God's work is always a good idea. Okay? But we do that so you don't get bored. Because the phone doesn't ring anymore. Yeah. Gotta get that fucking phone ringing. The central office should not be closed on weekends and Mondays. Okay? But there's not enough going on to pay. So they're not open on weekends and Mondays. But they should be open 7 days a week, almost 24 hours a day. Right? So, here's an example of what I'm going to do, part of what I'm going to do. This guy thinks we're going to talk about on Wednesday. First of all, this guy's full of himself. I already know it. And I tell you why. First thing was I didn't contact him. I contacted his boss. Then he's right. I heard their message, and I'm and you might know me as the executive director. Okay. He is the assistant to the executive director. What is this, the office? Okay. Second thing, he emailed me. I did not leave my email. I do not leave my email the first time I call you. I do it on purpose. It's done intentionally. Not in that situation. Now, if it's business and it's things, and I'm trying to get things changed, and I haven't talked to you before, I will not leave my email. I want you to call me. I want to hear your voice. I need to hear the fluctuation. So he emailed me. How the fuck did he get my email? That tells me he's been talking to everybody else, and he knows exactly what's going on. So, okay, and this is about the abatement money. Abatement money means prevention. With a show of hands, how many people in the last year have seen a prevention program event? No, none, because there weren't any. Okay, I'm not going to tell you how it was spent. It was spent Our abatement money was spent on putting roofs on sober livings. That's where it was spent, and he knows that. And I'm going to bring it up. Instead, I'm going to say what you need to do is you need to make some public service announcements. I want to start seeing fucking park benches. I want to start seeing billboards that say AA and NA and the phone numbers and Alateen. Alateen is the number one prevention program. The number one prevention program. It saves more alcoholics and addicts than any other fucking program. Yeah. And you talk, what's Alateen? You don't know what Alateen is? How long have you been in the program? 20 years? You don't know what Alateen is? Weird. See, there's a problem. That's a problem for me. Now, I'm going to make them support the 12 steps. I'm going to make them spend their money somewhere else. Okay? And I do have some clout on that. I was on a team and we won the best prevention team, the Governor's Award. Doesn't get higher than that in the state of Colorado. The Governor's Award, 2 years in a row. And they asked me to do the speaking. Yes. Yeah. Can Dion do prevention? No, he can't. You want to know why? Because I'm above 25. Prevention is for the kids. It's for the kids. You're an adult. You can do your own shit. Prevention is for the kids. It's not for adults. It is the young people that now understand how this bullshit works that can go into the classrooms, talk their language, and get the information across. Okay? Would I want to do it? Sure. But if I go in there, they're just going to call me sus and shit. And I don't even know what they're saying. Then I'm going to feel bad. I'll start crying and then I'll run out of the room and they'll laugh at me. All right? Hey, it ain't going to work. You know? Who am I to go running around saying shit about drugs when I'm not a drug addict? So the front lines, okay, I'm just going to say again, AA is not front lines. It's not. No. The depth and the weight doesn't happen there. Otherwise, the depth and weight already happened. Or they wouldn't be at AA. Or they wouldn't be at Celebrate Recovery. Or they wouldn't be at one of your pathways. Okay? No, there's a front line. And that's where we need to be. The front lines consist of the streets, hospitals, detoxes, courtrooms. Go to drug court. You can find plenty of. Go to drug court. You can find a sponsee there. See, your job is to go out and find these alcoholics and bring them into AA so AA gets bigger and can continue on. That's what we're talking about here. Okay? But if it's not available and you're not told, then we got a problem. That means that something's going on in AA, that we're missing some things. Oh, yeah, I worked the front lines. I signed up for Night Watch. It's not front lines. No, you don't even go over to their house anymore. Shit's done face to face, man. It's down. It's dirty. So when I see these people and they're like, they got one picture of them when they were drinking and then another one, they're beautiful and, filters, and they're on a swing and life is beautiful. I'm sorry, but you ain't gonna make it. If you do not get to the point where you give all of this away freely, and we're still pulling it off, don't get me wrong. Okay, if you're sponsoring, then you're doing that. Okay, then you will eventually leave AA or whatever program, and you will go back to what it was. It always happens. It may not happen today. It may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen in 3 years, but within 5 to 7 years, it will happen. That's the breaking point. There's breaking points in AA. There's a 5-year breaking point. There's a 1-year breaking point. There's a 10-year breaking point. There's something in your head that says, oh, I've got over 10 years. Look at me. Happened to me once. I ain't going to get fooled again. So thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. Oh, we were ending with the third step prayer. I don't know why I'm bringing out the book. Yeah. Yay. I don't think I have pictures of me partying. I didn't get invited. I didn't have friends. I don't have pictures. I have pictures of me at my wedding drunk. That's about it. So, God, I offer myself to thee to build with me and to do with me as thou wilt. Relieve me of the bondage of self, that I may better do thy will. Take away my difficulties, that victory over them I may bear witness to those I would help of thy love, thy power, and thy way of life. May I do thy will always. I was going to fuck around with it. All right. I love you.